Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying to someone today, it's not often that, actually, in the work that you all do here at the YWCA, that you see how what you do impacts lives. And, today we had a session and someone said, what I thought was impossible is now possible. And so when you believe that everyone has inherent capability and what they need is the opportunity, you really have the chance to unlock human potential. And that's the best part of what I get to do on a day-to-day basis. Hi, I'm Lisa Skeete Tatum. I'm founder and CEO of Landed. We are focused on increasing the success of women and diverse groups in the workplace, and we do that by providing access to personalized coaching and career pathing. We started it by just looking at the fact that women and diverse groups are not progressing in the workplace. If you look at any organization, you'll see a pooling of diversity at the beginning, but as you look throughout the organization, it actually thins out. And it's because so many organizations are focusing on intake, but they don't pay attention to what happens when we get there. Do we stay? Do we thrive? Do we progress? And so when we look at that thinning out, we know that's more about access. It's not about capability. And so we created Landed to really democratize access so that work is actually working for everyone. We are very much aligned with the values and the mission of the YWCA. The whole purpose of Landed is to unlock the potential of everyone, to give the access and help with the navigation and those extra layers that many times women and diverse groups and people of color encounter in the workplace. And at the end of the day, it's about access, it's about education, it's about support, and doing that in a way that's scalable. That's the entire mission of how we've been able to take an entire set of the workplace that has not had opportunity and unleash that talent in a way where we see increased mobility, increased engagement, performance, promotion, but really a sense of confidence that they can go out there and take advantage of those opportunities. So there is no error between our values, our mission, our business model, and our outcomes. Because when that's all tied together, similar to the YWCA, that's when the magic happens. So I'm a big proponent of learning from others, seeking out advice, and I would say, normally I say one, but I'm going to give four. So the first piece of advice is take care of your personal brand. What do I mean by that? It's what are the adjectives associated with your name that people want you in the room. And so you can have all the ambition that you want, but if you don't show up in a way that people say, I want to invest in her or him or they, you're not going to have the opportunity. So thinking of ourselves in that way, I think, is very important. The second is build a personal board of advisors. You can have all the skill that you want, but if you don't create a positive ecosystem around yourself, you're not going to have the opportunity. So you want to be very intentional about that. A mentor, someone who's your career strategist, a sponsor, someone who's talking about you as opposed to you. A connector, because most mere mortals are not comfortable quote networking, and sometimes that's like a dirty word, if you will. A point expert, someone who can go 5 or 10 questions deep and they're willing to accelerate. And everyone needs a close friend where you can do the ugly cry with the whole snot and everything, because you can't tell everything to everyone. So you have to be very intentional about that ecosystem. The third piece of advice is put your own oxygen mask on first. Many times when you are serving others, you wait to the end, and many times there's nothing left in the tank. If you reverse that and you take care of yourself, because if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. So you have to put your own oxygen mask on first so you can be the best version of yourself. And then the very last thing is change your relationship to risk. When we think about risk and taking chances, it's like hazard, beware, as opposed to opportunity or discovery. And so if you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to be more comfortable with risk, not crazy risk, but risk that you're willing to be uncomfortable, because nothing great, nothing magical happens when you're on cruise control. The woman who has had the most impact in my life is my mom, hands down. I look at my mom who had me at a very young age, but still wanted to have her education. When you have a young mother, you go on that journey with her. She is the most courageous, the most inspiring, the most brave woman I've ever met ever. And, she always says, I'm behind you, I'm next to you, and I'm in front of you, whatever you may need. And so I could not be the person I am without the role modeling, the love, the support, the advocacy, the pushing, the punishment occasionally. But she helped me be the best version of myself, and I'm in awe of her to this day. 50 years a nurse, giving back to the community, but always with such grace and such empathy and such love and such excellence. So she's a tough woman to live up to, but how fortunate am I to have her as my mom. So no one gets anywhere without the support of others, going back to the board of advisors. So I have amazing board members. I have amazing sponsors, teachers who believed in me. And then, of course, my mom. So everything goes back to the mom. Remember that time, Kylan. Everything goes back to the mom that have supported me, because no one goes on this journey alone. So taking care of those people, investing in those people so that you have that support as you go along and paying it forward. So I hope I am also in return supporting them in their dreams and their journey. So thank you all.